Kuzampu, Namaste, and hello to everyone. Welcome back to Safety Talk with Prabachan, episode 10. Uh, Today, we are going to talk about the personal protective equipments, and I know all of you must be knowing what is personal protective equipments. Now, personal protective equipment is also called the last line of defense. Let me explain you why it's called last line of defense. Before explaining it, let me talk about hierarchy of control. Hierarchy of control is used to control or mitigate the hazards and risks in your working environment. Uh, in hierarchy of control, we have 5 steps. Number 1 is elimination. Number 2 is substitution. Number 3, we have engineering control. Number 4, administrative control. And number 5, we have personal protective equipments. If all the number 1 to 4 is not working, then the only protective equipment you are left with would be personal protective equipment. That is why it's also called the last line of defense. Now, personal protective equipment includes items like helmets, hand gloves, safety shoes, and ear protection, marks, and we have varieties of personal protective equipments depending on the work zone. Now, we all know about personal protective equipment. We all know that we have been trained to use it, right? Your management, your safety officer must be training you how to use personal protective equipment. But the real question is, are we using it properly? Are we using it properly every time? Many accidents happen not because PPE is unavailable, but because it was not used or used incorrectly. If we give you helmets and if you don't use it correctly, then what is the use of wearing helmet? After wearing your helmet also, if you are encountering a head injury, then the purpose of giving you helmet by the management, by the company, by the safety officer has no meaning. Sometimes we feel uncomfortable. I know that. We all know that wearing helmet is kind of uncomfortable. You feel what to say uncomfortable, and it gives you a what to say another type of feeling, right? That you are made to wear helmets under compulsion. Sometimes we also think this will only take a minute. So any personal protective equipments, like for example, if you're doing your welding work and if you are not using welding goggles or welding face shield, thinking that it will only take a minute, but that minute might cost you your life. Sometimes we become overconfident, right? Himadingai matsu tatu gane mi besa mola. पहिला मैले लगाउँदै लगाएन के भएन अहिले नि नलगाइकन वेल्डिङ गरे भने केही हुँदैन. So remember, PPE is your last line of defense, not your first. That means even if all other safety measures fail, your PPE is what protects you from the injury. Now imagine working without helmet in a falling object area, or without hand gloves while handling sharp materials, or without safety shoes in a heavy equipment zone. One small mistake and the consequences can be very serious. So, what I want to say is, or what I want to make my viewers understand is, always follow these simple rules. Number one is wear the right PP for the job. Check your personal protective equipments before use. Ensure it fits you properly. Never remove your personal protective equipment in hazardous areas. And also, damaged PPE is as dangerous as not wearing the one. That is why report and replace those damaged personal protective equipments immediately. And also remember, your personal protective equipment may feel uncomfortable for a moment, but an injury can last a lifetime. That is why let's make personal protective equipment a habit, not an option. Stay protected, stay disciplined, stay safe. Thank you. See you in my next episode of Safety Talk with Prabachan. Good night. Bye bye. Take care.